What's going on, everybody? It's the Hook Cam back with another film breakdown. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Antonio Brown signing by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, what he brings to this football team, the chemistry that him and Tom Brady have a little bit already, how it improves the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and really what they can do with him on their offense. Now, before I dive into all that, if you could hit that like button on this video, hit that subscribe button to my channel, the Hook Cam, as well as to our resident Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, Jackson Kruger Sports. The rich get richer. Really good time to be a Tampa Bay fan, man. You got the Stanley Cup in town. Tampa Bay Rays are in the World Series, and now, of course, Antonio Brown makes this already phenomenal receiving corps that much better. Now we're going to dive into what he's going to bring to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and what he already is pretty good at. Now, we all know the pedigree of Antonio Brown. And on this play, let's just dive into the really quick 2 quarters he played with New England. On this play right here, they have him lined up in the slot. And I love AB in the slot. I think it is such a mismatch for anybody that you're going to put on him. Unless you're going to put your number 1 corner on Antonio Brown, chances are it's going to be a mismatch in the slot. Now, the Dolphins are going to bring heat, and they're going to drop into zone. AB is just going to work a little hunt route into the middle of the field. He doesn't shut his route down, though. He keeps working. Just right over the football, looking for the rock quick right after he gets past that defender. Brady finds him, and it did seem like they did have some good chemistry early on in this thing. Obviously, it all fell apart. But what AB can do in the slot, I think, is phenomenal. Now, what he can do on the outsides, we all know about, but here's how it affects the secondary. You are going to have to back off with your secondary, right? You see the space that we have right here. AB is very quick. He doesn't waste his steps. He doesn't waste his movements off the snap. He's always gaining ground, and he's really quick, obviously, right? And it sounds kind of corny and stupid to say, but legit, this dude's quick as hell. So if you don't mirror him the entire way, right, you see this DB already dropping back with his steps, you have a chance of getting burned. So what that does is it's going to push defensive backs off. Now, what you can do is you just convert whatever route you want to run into a little speed out. So you have options built into your routes, right? With this, you have a defensive back off. He's going to convert this into a quick speed out. Really quick catch and throw from Brady. He sees it the entire way, first down. New England does this on back-to-back plays. And then what happens later in this drive, right, we have press right here. So what's going to happen? AB is going to work upfield like he's trying to sell this thing deep, and then he turns it into a curl, right? You have those options built into every route when you have a skilled of a receiver as Antonio Brown. Now, where I really do like to see him play and where I think he could fit in with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is in the slot. And we're going to take a look at this play right here from the Patriots. All that you're going to get is really like a vertical that we're just trying to sell to an out. All you're trying to do with this right here with these 2 guys, get them out of the picture, because what we want is this one-on-one situation right here with AB and whatever corner that is, right? Our safety's in the middle of the field. There's no way he's going to be able to get to this ball, and all AB is going to do is run a slot fade, right? He's going to take this thing to this corner of the end zone right here. Brady's going to put a back shoulder on him, and that's going to be a touchdown. And that's really where I think that I see Antonio Brown thriving in this offense. He can play a number 1. He can play on the outsides. He can be dominant like we saw in Pittsburgh, right? This is exactly what he did. Once again, his game against the Saints, he had like 14 catches for well over $150 in this game. Just absolutely dominant. But what he does is he's going to push defensive backs naturally off the ball, right? And it's going to open up so much stuff with what he can do with his route. He runs like a really deep post curl in this situation. Once again, defensive backs off. He sees it. He reads it. He's going to turn this thing, break it so it looks like it's a post, and then he's going to shut this thing down right in between this defensive back and this corner right here. Easy catch and throw. Easy throw and catch, I should say. But this is what he does. And like I said before, he's such a matchup problem for corners that are going to press, as we're going to see right here. This isn't even the best ball in the world, but he's just so quick off the ball. He's so good in these situations, right? Unless you're mirroring him the entire way. This is good coverage right here. Now, Big Ben could throw it over the top, but you have that threat of that safety working right here. He tries to throw it back shoulder. AB slows up, easy catch for a big-time first down. He's a very talented receiver. And then once again, just to show you guys that this whole corners playing off thing isn't new. This has happened before. This is from 2018, week 15. But again, we're going to have this speed out that AB is going to run. He's going to try and sell it like it's a vertical, but you work it right into a speed out. You create that separation off the break, and it's an easy first down. So I do see Tampa running stuff like this with AB. And like I said before, I do think that he can really thrive in the slot. And you have 2 bigger receivers two guys who can stretch the field with Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, and you add Antonio Brown into the mix, and obviously AB can stretch the field. Yes, absolutely. But you put defenses in such a predicament. Are you going to try and run man? Do you have three corners that can match up with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Antonio Brown? You have to pick a guy who's going to let you, who you're just going to let loose, right? Because one of those guys is going to go off in that game. And we all know Brady's good enough to read a defense, read it pre-snap, and see what's going to happen and know which guy to go to. So you put defenses in such a predicament. I honestly don't know how teams are going to cover it. I'm not going to lie. You can't lock up and run cover one because it's a mismatch for any DB on any of those receivers. You can try and run zone, but then Brady's going to be able to pick you apart unless you're really, really good at disguising it pre-snap. And then on top of all this, you still got Gronk. Right, you still have Gronk, you still have a decent running game with Ronald Jones. It's just a lot for a defense to try and cover all of it. It really is. So, and again, the idea behind the signing, and it kind of ties hand in hand with the Le'Veon Bell signing in Kansas City. There's never been a situation where you look at a team and you're like, the problem there was too much talent. You can always have more talent on a football team. The challenge is, as a coach, being able to get all that talent and have them focused on one goal of obviously winning a Super Bowl. Once that talent starts to veer off and the attention goes elsewhere, that's when you start getting into trouble. But if you can have all that talent, have it all focused on that one common goal of trying to win together, that's when this team becomes really, really dangerous. And adding the talent of Antonio Brown, I just don't see it being a harm. The worst thing that happens is the same thing that happened in New England, where you cut him loose. And obviously that had a pretty serious hindrance on the New England Patriots football season, but that team wasn't, it didn't seem like it was poised to make a run to begin with without a talent like AB. So anyway, guys, that's kind of my theory behind the Antonio Brown signing. Never can have too much talent on a football team, especially in the NFL. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you found it informative. If you did, if you could hit that like button to my channel, The Hook Cam, as well as hitting that subscribe button, and also to our residential Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, Jackson Kruger Sports. This video will probably end up on his channel as well. Hope everybody's staying safe, washing those hands. Excited to watch some football this weekend, man. That's all I got for you today. Probably going to have some more videos coming out this week. I'm sorry for the slow content, by the way. I really am. I've been extremely busy. Law school is not letting up at all, in case you were wondering, but I'm doing my best to crank out videos when I can. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. I'm rambling. I'm going to cut it off now. Hope everybody's staying safe, washing those hands, and I will see you next time.